Okay, what is going on, everybody? What is up? Hello, hello. How you guys doing? What's up, what's up? And welcome, of course. Welcome, my friends, to my gaming stream for today. I am Phil. I am. Philium here on the stream. Philium here on the stream for you. Yes, I here for you. Are you happy to have me on stream? Yes. I don't know why I turned to Scandinavian today. What is up, everyone? So, today is Wednesday, January 24th, 2018, ladies and gentlemen. How are ya? Hope you're ready for a fun gameplay stream. I'm not doing double streams today. Only one stream today, which means I got to make it a good one, right? When I only got one stream, it means it's got to be a good one. What are we doing today? Well, today we are continuing on with Super Mario Sunshine, which I started up yesterday, okay? And boy, was it a good session, let me tell you. Super Mario Sunshine was one of the few Mario games that I completely missed out on and never played or got to enjoy back in the day, because this was an era, the PS2 slash GameCube slash original Xbox era. I was heavily into competitive fighting games. In fact, that's really all I cared about was competitive fighting games back then. I was not into pretty much anything else. And because of that, I missed out on a ridiculous amount of amazing games during this console generation. So, Super Mario Sunshine was one of these games that I just never played. I never had actually really even seen any gameplay or anything of it. Because I was busy traveling the country. I went all over the United States of America playing competitive Street Fighter at the time. Basically came back to gaming in 2007 and decided that was it. I was hanging up my mantle as a pro gamer. I said I'd rather do other stuff. I'd rather become a more varied gamer and get more immersed back into gaming culture, which really I hadn't been a part of for quite some time because I'd been so heavily into competitive Street Fighter. And you know what? Thank God I did, because look at the last 10 years, right? The last 10 years have been absolutely fun, awesome, and amazing. Mostly as a result of me deciding to leave that competitive lifestyle that I had and instead vary out and branch out and try to immerse myself in, mainstream common gaming again. And the rest is history, because then, started messing around with all these games within a year, started making videos for YouTube, and boom. Here I am 10 years later, folks. Still sharing my fun and entertaining gameplay experiences with you guys on a daily basis, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. I hope that you have a good time today on today's stream. It will be about a 4-hour gameplay stream. We're going to do pre-stream now, but there'll be at least 4 hours of gameplay of Super Mario Sunshine here on the stream for you today. That I promise. Okay? And you might say, cool. That's really cool, Phil. But how are things going? How have you done so far up to now? And what's going on with YouTube and everything? Well, I'll be honest. Yesterday, playing this game for the first time, there was a learning curve. Me trying to figure out the controls and, a few cryptic things. There's a few things about the game that I'm finding really cryptic. Certain ways to do certain boss fights and stuff. But at the same time, some people were saying, holy crap, we can't believe that Phil beat a few of the stages as easily as he did. So basically anything that's one of the crazy difficult platforming stages, I'm having a really tough time with. Okay, I am. But a lot of people are saying that's common with this game, that the platforming stages are actually some of the hardest in the game, and therefore it's pretty tricky to get through them. And a lot of people over the years have had problems with the platforming, and that's why when you look at Mario games, even though there's still difficult platforming in them, a lot of the times they've made it dumbed down or easier. But it was funny because, like, for example, there was a stage with a watermelon, a giant watermelon, and you have to push it throughout the stage to get it to this smoothie shack out in the water on a little hut. And some people are saying it takes people upwards of an hour or longer usually to do this mission. It's one of the most challenging in the game. I did it on the second shot, so it only took me like not even 20 minutes. And people are like, holy shit, how did he do that, right? But that's usually what happens with me. Like certain parts of games that some people usually find difficult, a lot of the times I find easy, and then vice versa. Some parts that people find, oh, that was simple to figure out and do. I'm standing on it trying to figure it out for like an hour, right? So I don't know. It's pretty much par for the course so far. Some things I'm doing well on, some things I'm sucking on, but I'm enjoying the game. I am. I had a lot of fun yesterday with Super Mario Sunshine's first session. Okay. As for the videos on YouTube, it's pretty much as expected. Most of them have been demonetized. There's actually a small handful that didn't get demonetized, but most of them have been, had the advertisement stolen by Nintendo, who thinks that they literally own every single piece of content of Nintendo that is to be on the internet. They honestly think that they own it all. Whatever. I'm not gonna go crazy here and do a big rant about Nintendo again this morning. I don't think that would be very productive. I really don't. Instead, I'll just say it is what it is. And I do want to say this. If you weren't here for the stream yesterday or you didn't watch the videos yet, you don't know. But guys, you guys were amazingly supportive yesterday, okay? Like, incredibly supportive. You guys came out, and not only did the stream do well, okay? You guys were cheering, subbing, tipping. We had a massive push of support yesterday. I couldn't believe it, the outpouring of support that I got. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not aware, we went and we have exceeded my goal of 550 subs. Never in my wildest dreams did I expect that we were going to exceed my goal of 550 subs so quickly. Seriously, I never in my wildest dreams expected that was going to happen. I never even thought we were going to do 500 subs. And people came out yesterday. There were a few people, and I'm not going to name names just in case. I don't know if they will want me to or not. We're incredibly supportive, and they basically gifted a ridiculous amount of subscriptions to a bunch of stream viewers who, some of the stream viewers were ecstatic. Excuse me. They were so happy. They were like, holy crap, I always wanted to be a sub of Phil. I don't have any money or whatever. And people gifted these subs out to people, and people were like so thrilled. And it was just a really positive vibe around the stream. Again, people were cheering, subbing, tipping. It was really good. And, me enjoying the game, too. Being the first time that I was ever playing the game. It was a pretty amazing thing. So I do want to say thank you to everyone here who was, first of all, here yesterday and did contribute. All right. And second of all, obviously, thank you to anyone who did cheer, sub, and tip. You guys are absolutely amazing. It was really a very positive, amazing, fun vibe. It was certainly a great way to start a playthrough, being that we all knew that on YouTube I wasn't going to make any money on this playthrough, and basically I was taking the time out to play the game because this is what the patrons and viewers wanted. It was pretty amazing, the outpouring of support, and I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was amazing. It was really good. I seriously cannot say thank you enough. This year in particular has been so positive. I mean, we're only 24 days into the year. I guess we can say 23 because today technically I haven't started yet. But we're only 24 days into 2018. I can already tell you guys, all right, matter-of-factly, that things are off to an incredibly great start. If, we have another, 6-7 days left in the month here. If things stay the rate that they're going, it looks like this is going to be the best streaming month I've ever had again. So 2 months in a row. December was the best streaming month I've ever had. Boom. This month will trump it. Okay. This month is going to trump it. Which is amazing. If we can imagine we can keep that pattern up where every single month this year is better and better and better on Twitch. My channel keeps growing exponentially. Subs, follows, everything, could be amazing. Imagine if by the end of 2018 that YouTube is just an afterthought. And I don't care about YouTube anymore, and YouTube ad revenue can do whatever it wants because I'm making enough on Twitch to basically make ends meet. That would be outstanding. That's what I want. That's what I want, because Twitch right now I can pretty much control. I can make entertaining Twitch streams for you guys on a daily basis, and dependent on how entertaining I am and how positive this stuff is, controls the level of enjoyment people are having and the level obviously they're going to contribute. Versus on YouTube, I could have the best month ever I've ever had on YouTube, the best content I've ever put out, the highest views, and still make nothing because YouTube ad revenue is shit because those people don't know how to run their business, I love that it's basically crowdfunding and crowd support, okay? that's more important on Twitch, and that's what I love. Us all feeling positive and a great vibe makes this work. Versus on YouTube, you could do the best stuff you've ever done, everyone loves it, and you basically can't pay your bills. So fuck YouTube. Seriously, I'm done with it. YouTube is now the afterthought. Even though, yes, I am going to continue to upload videos there. Yes, I am going to continue to put playthroughs on there. It's going to be as archives, all right? And this is going to be my focus, okay? Pretty awesome. So, there you go. Thank you, everyone, for your outstanding support here on Twitch. It's been amazing so far this year. I couldn't be happier. You guys are making me so... And by the way, I should say this. Tomorrow we're going to do a podcast where I'm going to talk about how good things are going right now. In more detail, I'm going to explain to you what's going on with my tax situation and stuff like that, and we'll go from there. You know, I'm not going to go into detail about it today, but tomorrow's podcast will have more detail about that, all right? So speaking of that, let's actually do very briefly, let's go over the schedule for this week so you guys know what to expect, okay? So right now we've got my second ever Super Mario Sunshine stream. All right. And just to remind you guys, I did mention this yesterday. I'm going to mention it again. This is going to be the second stream, but after this, the game is going to go on hiatus for a bit because we've got new releases coming out like non-stop. Like no lie. We've got a new release Friday, new release Tuesday, new release Friday, new release Tuesday. Then I'm taking some time off. Then we come back. We got new release, new release. Then I'll be resuming the Super Mario Sunshine playthrough. So, yes, this is a great playthrough. Yes, I am looking forward to continue it. It will continue in February, but I'm just throwing that out there ahead of time, being completely honest with all of you. I don't want any misconceptions that people are like, man, Phil played it twice, now he's dumping the playthrough. No, that's not the case. It was always said up front that this would be a good, like, 8-hour preview of the game for these 2 days, and then it would go on hiatus for a bit and come back in February, okay? Sound good? Sounds good, everybody? Very nice. Real quick, a couple shout-outs. I see Mr. Redmoth in the stream chat says, I have the flu, and I literally feel better today because of yesterday's positivity. And Shogo6 says, hey, Phil, longtime viewer, but first time watching your stream. Awesome. Welcome to both of you guys. Hope you guys enjoy the stream and hope you like the positive vibes and hope that it's an entertaining stream for you guys. Thank you for being here. Cool. Good to see you both. All right. So let's continue on. Tonight, folks, I will not be doing a second stream. So usually I do double streams. I'm not doing a double stream today because later tonight, number one, I got errands to do. I got to go out and go grocery shopping. Number two, I'm going to try. I hope I have time. I really do because I've been trying to do this for 3 weeks. I still haven't had time. I hope I have time today. What I want to do, I want to put out a trailer for DSPGaming for 2018. Do you know what it is? That video that runs by default when you visit the channel. It's the default channel for those who aren't subscribers. I want that video to basically be me just for like 2-3 minutes saying, hey everyone, welcome to DSPGaming. This has been your go-to source for unedited raw gameplay throughs and footage since 2010. FYI, because of the nature of what's happened with YouTube and ad revenue in the past couple of years, you know, my focus is now on live streaming, and this channel is basically going to be an archive of all of the gameplay that I live stream daily over on Twitch. So if you want to be a part of the live experience, here's a link to my Twitch channel. If you want to know daily what I'm doing on Twitch, go check out my Twitter. Here's a link to my Twitter where every day I post up a schedule. This channel is just an archive of that stuff, so if you can't make it to this Twitch streams, happy to see you here every day, and, you know, that's it. Have a good day. And that's going to be it. That's going to be the trailer, all right? But I haven't had a chance because I got to edit, you know, I got to do the voice acting for that, you know, voiceover, got to edit it together with music and stuff. I just haven't had a chance to do it. I'm hoping maybe tonight I could finally get that done. Because I would definitely like to put that up on DSPGaming so people now know, oh shit, so Phil's really not focusing on YouTube anymore. I should try to get to the streams, right? That's my goal. Can I convert, hey, 10% of my YouTube viewership into stream viewers this year? If I could, because seriously, if you guys take a look at my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, it still gets between 1.5 to 2 million views a month, all right? It still brings in millions of views a month. Imagine if I could bring 10% of those views over here to the streams, how amazing that would be, right? But that's the thing, getting an audience to move from one avenue to another, one viewing spot to another, I know from experience is incredibly difficult. It's like pulling teeth. It's really like, even if you hold their hand, you walk them over, sometimes they get lost. So it's going to be an uphill climb, okay? It is going to be an uphill climb. But I feel if I stay as positive as I am this year, if I focus on that, if I make this trailer, try to emphasize with people on YouTube, come over to Twitch, eventually this could be the big thing. And, you know, the other thing that needs to be said, it is rumored that Amazon is right now patented and working on their own version of a video sharing website, just like YouTube. And if they do, I really do feel that's it for YouTube. You know, most content creators at this point are so fed up with YouTube, they're going to shift from YouTube to the Amazon site. Because YouTube has had so many missteps and just issues and things they've screwed up over the years that people are now just not in favor with them anymore. They're done with them. They want to move on. And for me, I think if what Amazon could do is find a way to make their video sharing website profitable without relying 100% on running advertisements on videos, okay, that's the wave of the future. Imagine if Amazon has their own video sharing website, whatever they call it, but instead of running ads constantly on the videos, oh, I really like this video, I'm going to donate 100 bits to Phil because I really enjoyed this video. And you could do it while you're watching the video. And then there's stats that, you know, there's stats on the video that say this person was the highest cheerer for this video overall. They really liked the video. They're the person who liked it the most because, look, they cheered the most. Or this video brought in 25 new subscriptions because while someone was watching it, they really liked it and they subscribed to Phil's channel. See what I mean? That could be the wave of the future. Crowdfunding, not advertisement running. And I think that is the wave and the way that Amazon needs to go. They're already there with their model on Twitch. It's successful, so why not bring that into a video sharing model, right? So that could be pretty amazing. Let's see what happens though. I don't run YouTube. I don't run Amazon. I have no input into any of this, but that's just my idea of how I think things could work, okay? Okay. So anyway, folks, thanks everyone. And like I said, tonight I'm going to try to put out this trailer if I can. I hope I have time. I hope everything goes fine with grocery shop and I don't get delayed. And I'll have enough time to work on this for you guys tonight and get that out on my DSP Gaming channel later tonight. Tomorrow, folks, we return to double streams. Tomorrow is the return of my Hate Live podcast. I have not done a Hate Live podcast in 2 months. So it's going to be a big return, the first podcast of 2018. I hope you guys will join me for it. Topics will include many different topics. We're going to be talking about, number one, how I'm doing, the positivity of what's going on Twitch, the status of me behind the scenes with the business and everything that's going on. I'll have a lot of details for you guys in regards to that coming up. So that's going to be tomorrow. I'll have a big segment about that. I know a lot of people, after my big discussion in November about how I had all these taxes due and the business was uncertain, I didn't know if I was going to have to sell my house. A lot of people want an update on that, and I'm going to give you that update tomorrow, okay? In addition, I'm going to talk about my 10th anniversary. How this year coming up is my 10th anniversary being a content creator. And I'm going to tell you about some of the ideas that I have in mind for things that I can do as celebratory events. All right. In addition, I'm going to talk about how things have been going so well so far this year. The subs, how great they've been, and hit 3 different tier sub goals this month already. And the celebratory events coming up because of that. And I'm going to have a big positive discussion. This whole first segment of the show is going to be all positivity. Then the second segment of the show is going to be all about the gaming schedule for this year. I'm going to run through the next few months and discuss with you guys what games I'm planning on covering and which ones I'm not, so you at least know what to expect and what's coming up and what I'm planning on doing here on streams for you, because I have not done that for YouTube. I know people wanted me to make a video of that and I just never had a chance. So this segment will be a lot more interesting for those who are interested in the future, what's coming up in the future, okay? Then I'm going to talk about current events, things like that, like different gaming news and things that have been going on. You know, we got a lot of announcements. We got God of War, it's got a release date. The Nintendo Labo, you know, with the cardboard and shit and all that. I'm going to talk about that. And then there's going to be a Q&A segment, okay? An open Q&A segment with the stream chat. So that being said, that's going to be really awesome. I hope you'll be here tomorrow for the return of the Hate Live podcast. FYI, okay? The stream will start an hour later than usual because the podcast typically runs 2 to 3 hours long depending on how long-winded I am on topics. And so the stream will start roughly around 12:30, probably with the actual podcast starting around maybe 1:30, depending on how long the pre-stream goes. That gives me plenty of time. It'll give me 3+ hours to do the podcast and not have to worry about, oh no, I ran out of time or anything like that, all right? But just forewarning everyone, okay? Just forewarning everyone, it's going to be an hour later than usual. So not that you'll be sitting here, where the hell is Phil? What happened? Is Phil's stream canceled? No, the stream is purposely starting an hour later than usual, okay? And then tomorrow night will be the return of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Haven't done that in a couple days now. So that'll be fun to play some PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds Thursday night. And then Friday, ladies and gentlemen, Friday, the big premiere of Dragon Ball FighterZ. Right here on stream all day long, I'll be playing Dragon Ball FighterZ. I'm pretty excited for this, okay? What's it going to be? Well, first I'm going to check out the offline content. Is there a narrative story mode, or is it more like a traditional arcade mode where you play through with individual characters and they have their own story plot line that unfolds? I'm not sure, but whatever it is, I'm going to check it out. Then I'm going to be taking these characters into training mode in the lab, per se, trying to learn out their best strategies and combos, which I did not have an opportunity to do at all in the betas that I played because it didn't have a training mode available. So finally, I'll be able to go in and mess with these characters, learn the properties of their special moves, and see exactly how much, what is their viability and their combo ability and all like that, okay? Then, once I do that, then yes, of course, I'll be checking out all of the online modes of the game. So it's going to be a big, wild weekend of coverage of Dragon Ball FighterZ starting on Friday and continuing all through the weekend until Monday. All right, Friday it'll be all day, 2 streams of it. Saturday, my main stream will be Dragon Ball FighterZ. Saturday night will actually be more PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Sunday, my main stream, my only stream will be Dragon Ball FighterZ. And then Monday as well, my main stream will be Dragon Ball FighterZ. And probably Monday night will be more PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. All right, so pretty exciting. I'm really excited for this big weekend of Dragon Ball. And then what I'm hoping is after 4 days of it, we can determine, is this a game that's good enough that people really enjoy watching me play and you want to see me more consistently play it? Much like, for example, last year, we had Injustice 2, then we had Tekken, and then we had Ultra Street Fighter 2. So there was always a fighting game that was running that people really liked to see me watch in 2017, at least throughout most of the year. It started in May, so May, June, July, August, September. I was playing fighting games for 5 straight months, and people really liked it. Would you like to see me keep playing Dragon Ball FighterZ? Or maybe it's a game that I play the heck out of at launch and people are like, all right, well, it had its time in the sun, but we'd rather see you move on and do other stuff. We'll see. It all depends. It all depends on what people want. So let's see how much you guys enjoy my coverage of DBFZ starting this Friday, okay? Then next week, by the way, we've got Dissidia NT Final Fantasy, a game that I just played the beta of. This is another kind of fighting game style game, even though it's more arena combat. It's not one-on-one. It's 3 versus 3 style arena combat. I'll be covering that. In addition, after that, later on in the week, we got UFC 3. So we've got a lot of stuff going on in the next few weeks, just so you guys know. In the realm of new releases, there's a ton of new releases coming up. FYI, just to forewarn everyone, on February 12th, I begin taking some time off. It's going to be the 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th of February. I will not be live streaming at all. Why, you ask? Well, because my girlfriend is moving in with me. And so, obviously, got to pick her up from the airport. Got to get all her stuff moved in. We're going to be doing all kinds of important stuff we need to do when she moves in, including getting her a driver's license and clothes shopping for her new job, which is transferring out here, and all kinds of stuff we need to get done as soon as she arrives. Plus, just getting her settled in, moving a long distance to move into a new area is, it could be a pretty big adjustment for her. And so what I want to do is give her obviously ample time to get settled in here, have a few days where I'm not working, so that way she can get settled in. She needs any, oh, what is this? How do you do this? What's that? Where is all the stuff locally in the area? Stuff like that. She's going to get used to driving and everything. It's going to be a pretty big adjustment. And so for 4 days, I will not be live streaming. However, what I will be doing is before she moves out here, these couple days before she moves out here, I'll probably be doing even longer streams and or double streams when normally I wouldn't be. So I'll be doing as much extra gameplay as possible so that I will have sessions of extra gameplay to put out during the time when I'm not going to be live streaming on YouTube. So at least on YouTube, on DSPGaming, there will be constant, consistent gameplay. Yes, here on stream, I will be away for a few days, and I apologize for that, but it's a necessary evil, right? It is a necessary thing for this adjustment. Now, the cool news here is that what's going to happen is my schedule overall will be adjusting long term. Probably 1 day a week, I will not be live streaming at all. All right? Moving forward, 1 day a week whatever day it is that we decide that, is the best day that week that we'll both have time off. We're not going to work, and we're going to spend the day together and do errands and do everything we need to do. I will not be live streaming, but every other day that week I will be live streaming. So that's going to be the adjustment here. However, I will probably still adhere to the hours I have now, if not even try to extend my hours a little bit to make up for it. Basically, I want to stream as much as I still am. Even though I'll have a whole day off, I still want to put out as much stuff as I'm doing right now. Okay? Because it's working. That's the thing. All right. So that's moving forward. That's what you can expect, guys. Thank you very much for being supportive and understanding that I need the time off in February. But, hey, it's going to work out long term. This year, like I said, it's a very positive year so far. Things are working out really well. In addition, what I want to say, again, I already mentioned this. We've hit over 550 subscribers, folks. We're up to 554. I think actually we were up to 557 yesterday, but it actually went down a little bit overnight. We lost a few. It's fine. These are people who subbed and they didn't resub. It could be people who were gifted subs in the month of December, which is totally understandable. Okay? So that being said, yes, I am obviously very pleased. We've hit 3 different tier levels of subs this month. That means coming up, we're going to have an Indies Marathon. I'm going to be doing a shower DSP Tries It video, of which I'm going to buy the item I want for that today. And I'm going to be doing a special double DSP Tries It, trying out some wacky stuff. All right? It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool. So, thank you guys for your overwhelming support. Yes, I have set up a tier 4 goal, which is 600 subs by the end of the month. We still have 7 days to do it. It's very possible we can do it. But I don't even know what the reward will be for this one yet, because already, never in my wildest dreams did I expect we were going to hit 500. I didn't think we were going to hit 500 subs. We hit over 550. So I'm not sure what you guys want to see as the next tier reward. I'm open to suggestions. I really am. The one thing I will say, though, folks, I'll tell you right now, it's not going to be another marathon event or another game playthrough. Reason being, already, all right, I've got a marathon scheduled and 2 special DSP Tries-Its. There's no way I can take out another time and say, another game. When are we going to have time to do it? We got all these new releases and stuff coming up. I wouldn't have time to squeeze in another game. It would have to be like another kind of silly gimmick one-off thing that I can do quickly as a celebratory event for you guys. Okay? So, we'll see. Let's see. Can we hit 600 subs by the end of January? Holy crap, would that be amazing? But realistically, do I see that happening? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if we could do that. But then again, I don't want to be negative because I didn't think that we could hit 500 and we hit 550. So, all right, let's go through some quick plugs, everyone, the usual plugs. And then I'm going to do shout-outs because people have been cheering, subbing, and tipping already on the pre-stream. I want to give them their due. And then we'll get started with Super Mario Sunshine. Sounds good? Okay. All right, folks. So, if you are watching the stream, if you watch these videos on YouTube, however you watch my content, if you're a viewer who likes this stuff so much, you want to go above and beyond just being a standard watcher, you actually want to maybe contribute a little bit more. You want to go above and beyond. Well, here's how you can do it. Several methods. First of all, there is Patreon at patreon.com/DarksidePhil. Your pledges to my Patreon directly help finance the cost of operating this business, including cost of games, cost of electricity, cost of internet, cost of equipment, cost of everything. Everything you see in my office here on a daily basis pretty much was financed through your contributions. And I want to say thank you very much, guys, for everyone who has contributed to my Patreon in the past, all right? And it helps out tremendously. I'm sure this year there's going to be equipment and stuff that I'm going to need to buy that, your financing will definitely help, all right, through your pledges on Patreon. Now, the cool thing about Patreon is it's not just one-sided. It's you get back what you give because the more that you pledge, the higher perk level you earn per month, and you actually get personal interactions with myself and my content. For example, based on how much you pledge, you can get text or verbal thank yous in my YouTube videos. You can actually nominate and vote on games in big celebratory events. For example, I've already mentioned on this pre-stream, we're going to be doing an Indies Marathon coming up either in late February or early March, directly as a result of hitting 450 subs on the channel here so far in January. Well, if you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon by the end of this month, you'll be nominating and then voting on which indie games are going to be played in this marathon. How cool is that? You have a tremendous amount of power over an upcoming event just for $5. Pretty cool, right? in, oh my God, excuse me. Sorry about that. In addition, all right, in addition to all of that, you could get your questions answered on my bi-monthly show, Ask the King, which is a Q&A show. That next show is coming up in February 22nd, actually. So FYI, pledge now. By the end of the month, get your questions answered on next month's show, okay? Or last but not least, the best perk, in my opinion, and the perk that most people who have gotten it loved it. Actually, I take that back. Everyone who's ever gotten this perk loved it. No lie. Every person I've ever done this perk for has given me positive feedback. The private Q&A video. Having a private video made just for you, catered to your questions. Typically, it's between 15 to 25 minutes long, all depending on what you ask me, obviously. I do my absolute best to go above and beyond and give you not only entertaining but informative answers in this video. It's a video you could do whatever you want. You can keep it for yourself, share it with your friends, whatever. It's up to you. That is the highest tier goal on Patreon, and people have liked it so much. Some people have actually double or triple pledged that amount to get 2 or 3 of these videos because they like them so much. So please consider pledging to my Patreon. It helps tremendously. You get awesome stuff back for it. And thank you very much to everyone who has in the past. All right. Number 2, folks. Teespring at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. This is my merchandise shop where your purchases of my merch give me a pretty sizable commission and help me out. But more importantly than that, you can get cool DSP Gaming, Dark Side Phil branded t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, great quality stuff. I can attest to it because personally, I own a bunch of it. I own a mug, I own 4 shirts, and I own a sweatshirt. And it's all great quality stuff, okay? It really is. So check it out. Give it a look. Like I said, anything you buy helps me out. The new shirt design is made by Insomniatic Me. It's me versus Master Troll in a King of Fighters style setting. Pretty appropriate, considering I'm going to be playing a bunch of fighting games coming up, including Dragon Ball, Dissidia, and then later this year, the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection, which is going to be amazing. If it has a great version of Super Turbo, I hope it does, knock on wood. Please let it have a good version, because I would really love to play that game at a tournament level again. So check it out, and give it a look, all right? Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, if you are here live on the stream, and you would like to contribute by having some interactive, you're so excited, wow, this is so good. You can either cheer, sub, or tip, all right? If you do any of those things, I will give you a verbal shout out during the course of the stream. Yesterday's stream, let me tell you, yesterday's Sunshine stream was out of control. So many people were cheering, subbing, and tipping. It was massively positive, and people were like flipping out and saying, holy shit, this is like one of the best streams Phil's done recently, because people were being so supportive and positive, and I was enjoying the game, and all because I was raging when I failed, but it was just a great vibe. I would love to keep that up going today, If you cheer 50 bits or more, if you subscribe to the channel and click on the share button, or if you tip me $2 or more, you'll also get an on-screen thank you pop-up notification. All right? This is a visual recognition as well as the verbal recognition I'm going to give you for the shout-out as well. Now, FYI, a couple things. First of all, cheers have to be 25 bits or more. Why is there this threshold? Because I had it on 10 bits, and so many people were doing 10-bit cheers. Literally, the entirety of the stream was becoming spammed cheers. So, for the sake of the quality of the streams and for everyone having a good time, I had to up it. Since I've done that, everything's been good. No one's complained. Everyone seems to think that 25 bits works, so we're going to keep it at that for now, but that's why we have that cheer limit. Number 2, FYI, reading out cheer subs tips is at my discretion. If we get someone in here who's trolling, no, I'm not going to be constantly reading what they're doing, all right? Same thing if you put out a ginormous paragraph that's like 40 sentences while I'm trying to play the game, chances are I'm probably not going to stop the game to sit there and read 45 sentences. So please, if you are going to cheer, sub, or tip, and leave a message and shout out that you'd like read on the stream, please try to keep it as concise as possible. Okay? Sound good? All right, and again, we're pushing towards 600 subs. I'm incredibly happy so far. I can't believe we did over 550. I mean, it is ginormously amazing. I never expected we'd do this well. So again, thank you everyone for your support. All right, now it's time for shout outs. Let's get to them. Here we go. So first of all, oops, I forgot to refresh my Muxie here. I'm actually not sure if anyone did actually cheer, sub, or tip overnight, but I want to refresh to make sure that I do give them their due if they did. Oh, we do. We do have some people overnight. Wow. All right, so I do want to say this, everybody. Thank you to those who, when I'm not even here, I'm not even live streaming, there's a group of people who show up every day, and they cheer, sub, and tip overnight when I'm not here. That is amazing. That means you guys keep me in mind when I'm not even live streaming. That is so, man, that's an amazing feeling. It really does. It really is. It's awesome. Thank you for that. So let's give props where props are due. First of all, Infinite55 did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Infinite55. Golden Colts did a 25-bit cheer. Thank you, Golden Colts. And Jean d'Arc did a 50-bit cheer, and he said, when in doubt, beat it out. I have no idea what that means, unless he thinks that he wants to see me masturbate on stream again, which is something I'm not planning on doing. I'm just saying, you're probably never going to see that again. It was already a mistake a year and a half ago. I'm pretty sure I've learned from it. But anyway, thank you guys for your overnight cheers. I definitely appreciate them. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the support. Okay? All right. Now, let's go ahead. Joey the Tricky Plays did a 25-bit cheer and says, you're playing Sunshine now? Sweet. Yes, started yesterday. And playing it today, although I already said it is going on hiatus. FYI, it will resume in February as we take some time away now to play new releases. Okay? The Asian Entrepreneur did a 25-bit cheer and says, playing my childhood, don't feel bad about the platforming stages. I died in rage more than you did. Wow. Well, I can imagine if you're younger, too. Like, I remember when I was younger, I wasn't as good. Like, now that I've been playing console games constantly for years, now I'm actually much better than I was. You know what I mean? I can just imagine when I was, like, a kid, if I was trying to play this game, I probably would have ripped the hair out of my fucking head trying to do some of the platforming. And I'm only in the early stages. I'm sure the platforming is going to get way harder the further in, right? So I guess we'll see. But anyway, thank you for the cheer. I got an anonymous dollar tip. And the anonymous dollar tip says, have you ever looked into the Nintendo Creators Program? It's how most people make money from Nintendo content. Yes, I did. It is basically a joke. And let me explain, because I did do research into this, and pretty much no one likes this program. Even those who are in it hate it, all right? The way the Nintendo Creators Program works is that you have to partner your YouTube channel with the Nintendo Creators Program. If you do so, okay, you have the ability to monetize Nintendo content. So, unlike what's happening now where every video I upload of Nintendo games gets claimed by Nintendo and I make no money on it on YouTube, I'll actually be able to put ads on these videos and make some money on my Nintendo playthrough. So that's good. It sounds good, right? On paper, it sounds good, but the actual implementation of this program is pretty much sloppy as hell. And this is why people actually don't like the program, and allow me to explain, all right? Number one, if your YouTube channel becomes part of the Nintendo Creators Program, guess what? Your YouTube channel is then not allowed to have a partnership with anything else. So, for example, right now, DSPGaming, my major YouTube channel, is partnered with Curse. And I'm allowed to monetize all the gameplay I put on there, right? I upload any game. Dragon Ball, I'm coming out. I'll be monetizing Dragon Ball. If I were part of the Nintendo Creators Program, I'd only be able to monetize Nintendo games. That's it. I wouldn't be able to monetize anything else. And I wouldn't be able to partner my channel with anybody else. So, unless I have a channel 100% dedicated to Nintendo, it makes no sense to partner with the Nintendo Creators Program. All right, that's number one. Number two, the Nintendo Creators Program is incredibly slow. And what I mean by that is, let's say for today, I upload 15 videos of Super Mario Sunshine. Well, what would happen is I would upload them. They would have to be live and viewable. I'm not even kidding. They would have to be live and viewable on the channel, okay? Then whoever is the representative for the program for Nintendo would come to the channel within 2 days, look at every video individually to manually approve each video for monetization in the Nintendo Creators Program. So just think about that. I'm playing a game, I upload the videos, everyone watches them for 2 days, I make no money, then finally Nintendo gets around to coming to review the freaking videos and then puts the ads on them. So how many people realistically, when you're watching a new playthrough, watch it after 2-3 days? The truth is, the major influx of views on YouTube always come within the first 2-3 days. Yes, there are residual views, but if you're trying to run a business and make money, you can't have videos losing, basically making no money for 2-3 days. Everyone watches them. Then, oh, now I make a buck on the video, 4 days later when Nintendo finally gets to monetizing it. So that's the problem. The Nintendo Creators Program is garbage. It really is. It's a joke. It's a way for Nintendo to pretend like they care and pretend like they're going to work with people to make money. They don't care. Nintendo does not want people making videos of their games, period. Or else they would not claim 100% of ad revenue on it. The program is a joke. It's one of the worst ones out there. And why on earth would I do that? Why would I make a whole separate channel just for Nintendo games just for the videos not to get monetized anyway. I might as well just make nothing on them. So, there you go. Okay. Mokujin just said something. Can't you file counterclaims? Is Nintendo going to sue you? That's not how it works. It's not like copyright. You're thinking copyright. Nintendo or YouTube's copyright system is, oh, you copyright claimed my video. I counterclaim. Now, if you want to enforce that copyright, you have to sue me, right? That's not how Content ID works. Content ID is not copyright rights. It's advertisement rights. And advertisement rights always go to the corporation. They always do, no matter what. I can appeal it, and every video that I appeal for Nintendo, Nintendo will say, tough shit, we want it anyway. And there's no other way to appeal it after they do that. You're done. You've lost ad revenue permanently on that video. So there is no appeals process that works when you're trying to monetize Nintendo videos. And they don't have to sue you. They can just put their foot down and say, no. And then they get the money. It's ridiculous. Okay, Orcs Are Dorks did a 50-bit cheer and says, Phil, what do you think about Amazon and Twitch being like YouTube, and would you join it? Well, I already talked about that on this pre-stream. So there you have it. I don't have to address that again. Drunken Iris tipped me $1 and said, cheers. Thank you for the $1 tip, Drunken Iris. I appreciate that. Shenanigan resubscribed to the channel for the 3rd month in a row and said, Phil, 2018 is your year. Stay positive. Thank you, Shenanigan, for the resub, and thank you for that really positive reinforcement. I appreciate it. Astro Boy did a 25-bit cheer and says, I think you should Ugandan Knuckles as your next Twitch emo. Nah, listen. Those really silly memes, the popular memes, leave those to the mainstreamers. I like emotes that are catered to more towards my content. Inside jokes, my faces looking like stuff. I don't want to do like a mainstream emote, right? That, you know, plus, then you're doing Knuckles. That's a copywritten character. Let's not get into these gray areas, okay? All right. Jean d'Arc did a 50-bit cheer. He said, will we see the return of Salty Saturdays? Quite possibly. Quite possibly what may happen. Maybe moving forward, Saturdays will be, my first stream is a fighting game, and my second stream something like multiplayer, like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds or something like that. Maybe split the Saturdays up into be a variety of stuff like that. It definitely could happen, right? Let's see what happens with Dragon Ball. I'm excited for Dragon Ball. I really like the beta. I'm excited now that maybe I'll get to play it more with training mode and everything, actually learn the characters and everything, that I'll actually do even better. And, you know, let's see what happens. If it ends up being a great game that people want to see long-term, yeah, maybe every Saturday moving forward will be some Dragon Ball, and then at nighttime, a various multiplayer game, like I said, like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds or something like that. It could definitely be a fun multiplayer Saturday. Resident Evil Beating did a 25-bit cheer. He said, I'm happy to hear that you're finally making your YouTube front page promotion video after streaming. I'm going to try. I can't promise it, but I'm really honestly going to make an honest effort later tonight to make this video, to try to let YouTubers know they should come over here. You know, they should be checking out the Twitch streams because this is the place to be. By the way, I should give a very special shout out. Austin just pledged $5 to my Patreon. I just happened to check my emails here. I got a new $5 Patreon pledge. Thank you very much to Austin. Sounds like Austin wants to get in on that perk of nominating and voting indie games. So thank you very much for that, Austin. I appreciate that. All right. Shout out to Brits94, who did a 25-bit cheer. He says, we know this isn't the case. Would it be immoral if you used tax money to pay for your girlfriend to move in before detractors use that as an excuse? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, just so you guys know, I raised a bunch of money at the end of December. All right, I'm actually going to talk about this on the podcast tomorrow, so I'm actually going to talk about this in detail, but you guys were really, really supportive at the end of December, all right? I can tell you right now, where did the money go? Number one, it helped me make my final federal income tax payment because there was a big lump sum that was due at the end of the year. A little bit of it went to that. Number two, the payment went to pay my 2017 business and occupation taxes, which were due at the middle of this month. Those are now paid thanks to the money I raised. Now, there's extra money saved, and that money is right now being saved up because, number one, my tax attorney / CPA, all right, just filed my business and occupation taxes. He's going to send me a nice big bill for that, I'm sure. It's going to pay for that. And now coming up are my federal taxes, all right? That's going to be coming up in April. And I'm already starting work on that. I've been told that he wants all my information of the business expenses from last year by sometime in February. I got to work on it. I'm going to go into all detail about this tomorrow. I'm not going to go into detail about it on pre-stream. But any excess funds from the fundraising that I did last month, all right, is going towards taxes. It's all going towards taxes. I want to make that incredibly clear. You guys were very supportive last month, and basically you got me through the short-term hurdle that I was afraid I wasn't going to have money to pay. Now we've got the long-term, because I got back taxes that I owe that I don't know what they are yet. They haven't finished calculating those, and I got federal taxes coming up. So everything that you guys helped with is going directly towards get me out of any tax situation coming up, all right? So I'll have the full skinny details of that on the podcast tomorrow, but I wanted to quickly address this because Brits did ask for about it in a cheer, so there's your explanation. Okay. What on earth did I just click? I clicked some weird shit. I clicked on... Oops. I clicked on the Microsoft Store. I didn't want to do that. Close that. Close that shit. Okay. Mr. Swaggins did a 25-bit cheer. He said, event. Poorly cooking with the king and queen. Maybe a brand new dish for the both of you. You know what? That's actually a good idea. I can tell you guys right now that within maybe the first week to 2 weeks that my girlfriend moves in with me, we are going to be trying new recipes, and maybe that's a great idea. All right, how about this, ladies and gentlemen? We're doing it. You know what? Mr. Swaggins, you've done it. Ladies and gentlemen, if we hit 600 subs by the end of January, so there's 7 days left for you to become a sub here. If we hit 600 subscribers by the end of January, I'll be doing a brand new cooking with the... It won't be called Cooking with the King. I'm going to think of a new name for it. I'm going to be doing a cooking video where myself and my girlfriend will be making a dish. A new original dish that I've never made before. There you go. We've done it. Mr. Swaggins has done it. That's the goal. That's the 600 subs goal. Return of cooking videos. And Mr. Swaggins gets 100% credit. There you go. Everyone's flipping out in the stream chat. This is a great idea. Holy crap, that's great. So there you go. I will guarantee it that it's going to happen if we hit the goal. All right? Everyone's praise Mr. Swaggins. Amazing, Mr. Swaggins. Everyone's so happy now. There you go. Will we hit the 600 subs? Hey, if people have been wanting to see me do cooking videos for like 8 years. I'm not even kidding. It was 8 years ago when I stopped making them. I believe 2010 was the last year I did one. So if you want to see them come back, subscribe now. Now is your chance. Get those subs in. Hit 600 by the end of the month. Let's do it. Okay? All right, very good. Okay, let's keep going here. Ballsy Fred did a 25-bit cheer and says, do you think Android 21 is attractive? I don't know. If you're talking about the new Android that supposedly is part of the plot line of Dragon Ball FighterZ, I haven't seen much of her. So I will not answer that question until I play the game. However, she is a fictional character. Therefore, to find a fictional character attractive is, of course, very ridiculous and ludicrous. And no one would ever do that. Okay. Shout out to Atlas Telemon who did a 25-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Atlas. Good to see ya. Last Rambo did a 100-bit cheer. He says, I know you refuse to enter the Nintendo YouTube program, but at least you get some revenue as opposed to... I already explained this. I already explained last Rambo why it makes no sense. So, there you go. But thank you for the cheer. Papa Lou did a 25-bit cheer, and he says, since I'm a sub now, are you ready to make our relationship to the next level? Will you mod me? If I want to take this thing slow, I understand Daddy Phil. Anyway, thanks for the cheer, Papa Lou. The Asian Entrepreneur did another 25-bit cheer and says, you're the only one that knows how to pronounce my username. Also, wait till you get to the level where you have to kill a manta ray. Rage. Level over 9,000. Apparently there's a manta ray in Super Mario Sunshine. Great. Like, I didn't kill enough manta rays in Demon Souls this week. Now I gotta fucking fight one in this. I wonder if I'll get to that today. I don't know, because I did everything in Stage 3. I went back to Stage 1. I'm doing all the things in Stage 1. And then I'm going to go to Stage 2 today. So I don't know, realistically, will we even get to Stage 4? I don't know. We'll find out. But see how far I get today. Shout out to Deep Drive, who just resubscribed, ladies and gentlemen, for the 14th month in a row. 14 months of support here on Twitch is outstanding. I thank you so much, Deep Drive, for the ongoing support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are awesome. Atlas Telemon just did another 25-bit cheer and said, shout out to Papa Lou. There you go. Papa Lou got a shout out. He's very excited. Mono is always the answer. Did a 50-bit cheer. It says, it's amazing how you can balance streaming with men's physique. You're a true inspiration. I know. As you've seen, I am a true Adonis of manliness. Everyone who looks at me wishes that they could have the body that I have. We all know I am in the best physical condition of any YouTuber or streamer out there. There's no one else in higher condition than me. One day, maybe all of you could possibly look like this. You know, I mean, there's a reason why people wanted to see me in the shower for a DSP Tries It, all right? What the fuck? What is going on? Anyway, what a nice joke, Mono is the answer. Thanks very much for your cheer. I appreciate it. Har, har, har. Shout out to Shadow Steve, who did a 25-bit cheer. Shadow Steve says, hey, Phil, you could make a video game. What type of game would you make? I obviously would make a visual novel. And it would be the longest visual novel ever. 75 hours of content. 75 hours. But it would be written in the style of Dragon Ball Z, where basically for like 2 hours at a time, it's like, I am the strongest. I will prove that I am the strongest by being the strongest of all fighters and proving it by fighting you with the strongest technique of all strong techniques. What now? I think I'm the strongest because you see I have the power of the strong. And the strongest power is the one that's honed through strength. So now my strength will be shown for all while I out-strong you here. So basically that's going to be it. Okay. Alice Telemon did a 25-bit cheer, and he says, sometimes I just watch a review of Home for the Revolution as it flows so good. Hashtag 10-year anniversary. Yeah. My review of Home for the Revolution, boy did that game tank, and boy did I destroy it. I still have the most viewed video ever on YouTube for that game. Over 1 million views for me ripping the game a new asshole. Boy, those game developers probably hate my fucking guts, don't they? Okay, then. Jean d'Arc did a 50-bit cheer and says, Derek is going to get going now and was wondering, did I watch the 25th anniversary Raw? Derek also says, Eric Bischoff, Brother Love, and Boogeyman are awesome legends. Yes, I did. I thought it was fun, although honestly, it really ended up being kind of just a one-off event, just like I knew it would. Was it an event that significantly advanced plot lines? Not at all. Not really. In fact, the only real major thing that happened is that the Intercontinental title changed hands, which I think we all knew was going to happen. We knew Roman Reigns wasn't going to hold that title for long. He was just a placeholder till The Miz came back. So, yeah. It was a good show. I loved seeing all these legends return. However, it was pretty much just like a one-off kind of oddity, and now we're back to business, right? With the Royal Rumble this Sunday and everything, it's going to be good. Shout out to Jean d'Arc, who did another 50-bit cheer. He says, you give a lot of shout-outs, Phil, but this shout-out is for you. Shout out to Darkside Phil. Wow. I almost never get shout-outs. I got a shout-out from a viewer. Thank you, Jean d'Arc. I never get shout-outs. Thank you. Wow. Can you believe it? Not only are people here to watch you play games, I got a shout-out. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Asian Entrepreneur did a 25-bit cheer. He says, are you following football? Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl, Patriots or Eagles? I'm not following football. The only thing I know about it is watching social media, and I've already said I know nothing about either team this year. I would prefer to see the Eagles win because the Patriots have won so much. They're kind of like the New York Yankees of football. The team that's the dynasty that every year they win, and it's ridiculous. They're overpowered, and they have the best budget and everything. I would like to see the underdogs win, so I would like to see the Eagles get their due. I don't know if they will, but maybe they will. We'll see. A lot of people were angry at me about that. They were like, we're Patriots fans. Like, I'm not really a fan of the Eagles. I'm just saying, I hate seeing the same guys win every year. I like to see the underdogs win sometimes. I think everyone is agreeing the Eagles are the underdogs in this situation. Okay. Shout out to Big Boy Dumper, who did a 100-bit cheer. He said, next month's goal ought to be Dance Dance Revolution. Seeing you dance will probably be as fun as this time that we saw you sing with high-pitched falsetto. I believe in a thing called love. Have a good stream today. Thank you, Big Boy Dumper. However, sadly, unlike when I used to live in Connecticut and I used to do all those shitty Connect games, I don't have that room anymore. You guys have seen my office. It's incredibly cluttered. There is no... I could barely play... Remember the VR games I tried to play? And I had no room? I don't have room for that. So I know some people are, oh, Phil should do silly motion control shit. It's not viable anymore. There's just nowhere for me to do it, you know. Moving my work into the office like I have. A lot of things have improved. The visual quality, the audio quality, you know what I mean? A lot of things have massively improved. But one thing I don't have is space to do that kind of stuff. Rink Dude did a 25-bit cheer. He said, shout out to you, Phil. Wow, thank you very much, Rink Dude. Now I'm getting all these shout outs. Look at this. Infinite 55 just did a 1,000-bit cheer. Obviously, Infinite 55 has now become the cheerleader for today's stream. Thank you, Infinite. He said, loving this positivity. Good luck on today's stream. Thank you, Infinite, for the massive cheer. Thank you, everyone, for your contributions this morning. we're now about to begin, I guess, with Super Mario Sunshine, okay? I would like to remind everyone, we're pushing towards 600 subs, and it was just determined. The goal for 600 subs, I will do a cooking video with my girlfriend. There you go. I've committed to this. We will do it if we hit 600 subs by the end of this month. Sound good? All right. Oh, hold on. I just got a cheer from Chewbacca. And he says, would you mind if I record you taking a shower? It's my dream to see you in the shower. Dude, I've already done a video. What are you talking about? Did you not see the video from 2010? This is supposed to be a redoing of that video, basically. So you already missed the boat on that one. And by the way, that's incredibly creepy. Just saying, bro. All right. Muscles for Bone says, what are you going to cook? Brussels sprouts? Yes. I'm going to cook the grossest thing possible. Fucking tofu with Brussels sprouts and lima beans. That's what we're cooking. Good Lord. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for being supportive on the pre-stream. Let's now get set up here, begin with Super Mario Sunshine. Sound good? All right, let's do it. Thanks, everybody. Here we go.